Companies face challenges and questions throughout their existence. In the beginning, they're concerned with how to enter and compete in a market. Later, they're concerned with holding on to and ideally expanding their market share by differentiating themselves and finding new ways to appeal to customers. To achieve these goals, a company needs high-quality, reliable information. While we often talk about gathering information as research, in a business context we can also refer to it as competitive intelligence. Today, I want to show you how to take advantage of some of the sources of competitive intelligence offered by the IU libraries. Let's start on your research guide, available in the Research Help tab of the Canvas site for your course. You'll want to use these links or links found elsewhere on the library's website. If you try to access these databases through Google or by typing their name into your browser, you'll hit a paywall. Let's start by understanding the local competitive landscape. We can go to SimplyAnalytics for information on consumer demographics and expenditures and to see where local businesses are located. You can create an account, but you can also just sign in as a guest. First, you'll be asked about the geographic areas you're interested in. You can choose a whole state, a county, a city, or even a zip code. If you're interested in more than one area, you can add as many as you like. Next, you'll be presented with some default variables. You can choose or unchoose these, it really doesn't matter. We're going to add different data to our project later. You can search for data on the left and view the results of your choices in a wide variety of formats on the right. Right now, the map is showing us the median income of Indiana by county, but we can change to other geographies we selected by using the drop-downs at the top. We can also look at other demographics like age or education by selecting or searching them from under the Data tab on the left. We can add businesses to the map by clicking on the Businesses tab and searching by name, or by clicking Advanced Search and searching by NAICS or SIC code. Let's search for coffee shops. SimplyAnalytics will add them to the map, and we can zoom in and out to see their exact locations. We also now have a Business tab on the right, which will list the companies we've just added to the map. We can also view the demographic data in ranking and comparison tables. Use the View Actions tab to add or subtract data from the tables. Next, we can do a deeper dive into the company we're interested in and look at its competitors. We can start with MarketLine, which focuses on publicly traded companies. We can select the Companies tab and search for a big company like Starbucks. Here we get a lot of information, most of it under the Profile tab on the company's history, strategies, products and services, and more. At the bottom, there's a SWOT analysis which will talk about the company's strengths and weaknesses, as well as opportunities and threats that the company is facing. We can find smaller companies in databases like Privco and Reference USA, but keep in mind there will not be nearly as much information available for small companies. Let's look at Reference USA. Again, we can search by name or we can search by industry code. Let's search using an SIC code. And also limit our search to Bloomington. Now here we find several local companies like Soma. If we click on the names, we get some high-level information about the company, although some of it is estimated rather than actual. Now it's also helpful to understand the wider trends in the industries in which a company operates. What are demand drivers for the products or services we're concerned with, and what's predicted to happen with those drivers? How much of the revenue in the industry is garnered by specific products or services, and which sectors is most of that revenue coming from? These are all questions that can be answered in industry reports, like those found in IBIS World and Intellect. Here's IBIS World. We can do a keyword search, and we can also search by industry code. If we put in coffee, we see a number of reports including coffee and snack shops in the US and coffee store franchises. Many of IBIS World's reports, including this one, have had a COVID update added to the About page, so start there to understand what's happening. In the Industry Performance tab, we find information about how things have been going for coffee and snack shops for the past decade or so, and what drives purchases and affects prices and consumption. In the next tab, the Industry Outlook, we see a forecast of what we expect to see over the next 5 years. Are sales predicted to swell or to dwindle? Why is that the expectation? The Products and Markets tab explains how much of the total revenue for this industry is accounted for by various product segments, and below that, we can see who buys coffee in a coffee shop. The Competitive Landscape tab explains how hard it is to enter this industry and what the barriers are, and how much competition there is, as well as key success factors that you might want to consider in evaluating a particular company. You can also see industry reports in Mergent Intellect, where you'll want to scroll down to the first research box. After you select that, you'll need to enter an IU email address. Then you can search for reports by keyword or industry code. Look at the critical issues, challenges, and trend sections to understand what's happening, and at opportunities to see what looks promising. Information is grouped in the tabs on the left, and you can download the whole report as a PDF here. Finally, you'll want to see what consumers care about and what they're responding to when it comes to your product or service. For that, Mintel is a great option. Mintel surveys consumers on their habits and preferences and then produces reports on both product categories like coffee or ice cream and specific groups of consumers like moms or pet owners. You can check out Mintel's COVID tab at the top, which shows links to reports focused on COVID, like the impact of COVID-19 on food service, and also reports focused on products and services that have been updated with COVID-specific information, like restaurant marketing strategies and food service coffee and tea. You can search by category here and limit your results to reports, or you can do keyword searching here. In this case, a keyword search for coffee gets us to this report. The report content is organized under these 5 sections in small digestible chunks. Once you've read through these sections to get the key takeaways about consumer trends for this product segment, it's often most useful to go to the Data tab and download the Databook, which is an Excel workbook that contains all of the survey data. Looking at the By Demographics tabs within the workbook, you can do your own analysis by seeing who's interested in particular services or features, or see how your target demographic answered all of the questions in the survey. If you need help with any of our databases, we're here to assist you in learning where and how to search for the information you need. Find links for help on our website or use the links on the left side of your class research guide to get assistance. You can chat with us or send us an email. You can also schedule a research consultation for more in-depth questions. Thank you for watching.